Greetings, I'm Caffeine Raging. Well, welcome back, or welcome to, depending on if you skipped episode 0 of Let's Play Rimworld. We're with Alpha 17 with, well, for now, the new arrivals. We'll be naming this group in this episode. Well, most likely. We'll see how things go. And, well, we're on the screen where we're landing. And if you was to join, this colony, or future series, because I do keep names on the name list unless it's someone that just wants to be, a one-off. If you want to be a one-off, let me know. But anyway, if you wish to join the colony in the future, leave your name down below and I'll add you to the name list. So let's, hit OK and see what we have going. Because I have no idea yet. Don't even know what's the map. We got a red panda. That's a new one. Can't be trained to haul, though, so, it's kind of useless, but that's a new one. And yes, we do have a mod that increases the number of animals and makes it so that we have different animals that we can bring in. Let's take a look around. That's likely our ancient danger. We have a coast on the, the west-hand side because, if you didn't look, what's episode 0, this is our world, and this is how everyone looks at us. Let's just, I think it's, yeah, so we have one tribal faction and one pirate faction that hates everyone. This one hates these two and is allies with these three. So yeah. What was on the world screen? Okay, so let's take a look around. Oh, this is interesting. We have a really nice batch of rich soil there. That's tempting. We have our ancient danger down there. I don't want to settle near that. And I don't like going near the edges of the map for settling either. You can see all apple trees, which we can grow eventually. That's a lot of steel right there. And some more steel there. Well, first thing first is we should also do a mass hunt for beds before we forget. I kind of want to use this. Either this or this. This is not nearly as good. This is a very small patch of rich soil. And it has a nice, has at least 4 tiles of compacted machinery near it as well. But it's also a lot more defensible. I mean, we have wall off there. Hopefully this isn't dangerous. And then wall off down here and we're good to go. Matter of fact, we could set up where it's including that building as well. But that's not nearly as good farming wise. And oh, I just noticed this. I didn't even pay attention to this. I think we have to use this. That's a pain in the ass to wall off. Depending on how we do it. Hang on, I need to check something. I think we could, we could build on sand. So we would have a steam geyser. We would have a initial building. Have a way to cut off from the south easily. It's just building up here would be a pain. And doing this wall off because this is painful, but we also have access to water. I think this is our winner right here. Yeah, I'm having trouble thinking of a reason why we wouldn't want to do this. Okay, but first things first is we need to fix names. And we'll go ahead and make this one pretty as well. There we go. But I love that we got a red panda. I didn't even know those were things. Well, I know they're things, but, you know, in the mod, I should say. Downside of building here is that we are closer to this ancient danger. At least I'm assuming this is the ancient danger, and it's not, you know, this, like, little alcove here, which actually be a little disappointing. Okay, so first things first. Well, actually, this is more second thing. Is our gunners. Yeah, I want to give Spaceman the pistol, your uncle the survival rifle, and a bookcase the knife. And they're going to grab ammo automatically because combat extended is just awesome like that. There's a lot of very small things that makes it so that there's a lot of quality of life issues that I always had to micromanage in combat realism. Okay, so this is going to be our bedroom for the time being, and likely the start of our freezer, honestly, eventually. So, wall, and a doorway. And we also need to set up work. We need to set up our initial stockpile. We have so many things to do. So many things to do and so little time to do it in. You know, we don't want to spend, 117 episodes just doing this. Okay, so our doctor is that. And what I'll do is I'll do nursing on these. This is a secondary mod. Essentially what it is a copy of doctoring. Only it's feed patients, feed animals, take patients to bed for operations, and visit sick patients, and rescue down to allies. And that's it. It's a nice, it's something I would have done with the full version of the work tab mod. Unfortunately, I don't have the full version. They're doing a complete rewrite of it. I just have the last dev version that works in this alpha. So, yeah, I have to make do. And Haul Plus is a hauling mod. It's also an extension of the Unforbid Everything. I'll try to talk about what I have as it comes up, but I can't make promises on that. So let's see. There's no particular handling jobs, but let's go with that. Because a bookcase had our... Oh, no, we didn't have anyone that was particularly good at that, but Alright. Negotiate. Yes. Cooking 3. Hunting I'm going to turn off entirely for the time being. Construction work, growing. This actually looks pretty good right now. We'll do fine adjustments later, but this works for now. Okay. And what I want to do is while they start... Actually, your uncle doesn't have construction work because he's not good at it, isn't he? And oh, he's just kind of hanging out right now. Wait. Yeah. What I'm going to do is also put down our initial stockpiles, which we'll just put it here for now. Yeah. There and there. At the zone area, expand roof over these, and then a stockpile there. And what I want to do is just do front. I'm pausing a lot because I don't want to waste a lot of time. I'm just going to do a few beds right now, and we need to set up our growing area immediately. And growing is going to be a big thing, particularly in the early game, because, setting up our growing is important. So, a 7x7. I'm just blocking out, see how much room I have. 7x7, and hang on, is this all rich? Yes, it is. So, fuck. All right. Growing zone. A. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll block out our 7x7s first because this seems to be a good size. A. Is this hog rich? Yes, it is. Alright, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I could get a 6th one here, and we'll put something else there. And the fun part of this is that we have really good soil and some extra room as well. So, what do we want? First off, corn. Good choice. Rice is also a really good choice. These two, the main thing about these is the fertility sensitivity. So these get maxitive. If you need a good BM, be sure to take a good maxitive. This takes maximum influence of this fertility. So we need rice. So, and corn is the same way. And you see that growing time? Essentially double it because this is only when it's getting proper light, and light is about half the day. So you're looking at probably about 23 days. So essentially 2 seasons, thereabouts. You know, counting bad temperature as well and everything else. But rice is a lot faster. Potato doesn't get as good a bonus. We'll keep it there for now. Let's see. Carrot gets a 60%. Not great, but we're going to try to consolidate everything for now. And as we expand our growing operation, which this is a lot of growing, this is going to take our 2 growers, a couple of days to sow everything. We'll move low priority stuff off, like the carrots and the potatoes particularly. This, as a matter of fact, I'm going to extend this down further. This is going to be essentially a plot and a half. And we have enough room over here to make essentially one more plot that's a little bit odd shaped. This is going to be cotton. See if I find it on here. The reason for this is we are in cold climate, so we need some sort of garments. You know, some parkas, some stuff to keep us warm. And this is going to be very useful for that. Let's see, we still have that. Just making sure I clicked off everything. What else do we want? Wheat. Let's see, this has fertility sensitivity of 60. Let's try oats of 60 as well, with a 7-day growing time, and I believe the wheat is faster. Yeah. So we'll go with wheat to be able to do some bread and stuff. And let's just go ahead and put down a small area. I'm not sure if we're going to get to it. Of heel root. We're going to get an error. There we go. But if we're able to get that done, we'll get some heel root going. Granted, we can harvest it or forage it. But I just wanted to have that possibility. So, yeah, with that done, I'm going to let my construction workers build this out. Our red pandas running around. I actually want to have them focus on the corn first, because that's going to take the longest. we're getting our furniture done. Excellent. And we should also take a look at wildlife. What do we have around? We have a timber wolf that's a predator. A fisher that's a predator, which is just a otter. Or, you know, a type of, you know, a kind of otter. It's kind of an otter. You see it's already killed a hedgehog. Wasn't fast enough. Need more chili dogs. Okay, we have our initial area built. I'm going to put down some fencing. This is another mod, something that... How is this not base game? We're going to build it out. Oh, and I guess it wouldn't be one of my videos without doing some editing because of a fucking train. Living near train tracks, right? Or at least near a crossing. Pain in the ass. Alright, I need to pause here so we can do the proper work on the fence, because the fence is not exactly... It requires... It's a little finicky. It requires a little bit of attention to it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build out large enough to circle our initial area. And then I'll have to cancel out a couple of these to put in fences because, you know, that's just a fluke of things. But I wouldn't... Let's see, I want to put a gate there. We'll put one more up there and one here. We'll eventually adjust this, but right now this is good enough. We may eventually remove the fence from over here and just enclose this into the building itself. But this is just initial putting down stuff to keep animals out. As a matter of fact, we probably should just go down, and that would save us some trouble. But the thing is, it doesn't close off the stockpile, so we'll leave it like that. And I want to have a halt urgently on the medicine and the food. Oh, that's right. I forgot the fences have this annoying thing of they're technically a wall. So the pawns try to build a roof over them. And they do succeed, that's the thing. But, you know, it saves a little bit of work overall. Especially since these are pretty quick to build and they're low wood. Yeah, a couple trees are going to do most of this fencing. And then we just have to clear the animals from here and we're done. Oh, we need to... I want to have on the first few days everyone just doing it. Going until they drop. We have corn mostly done. Would you please finish sowing the corn? Or actually, that's the potatoes. Whoops. The corn's up here. And that's our first day. Not too shabby. Just look at the various options for the pet. have some raspberries. Yeah, fresh raspberries does sound good. Oh shit, we have a timber wolf that's nearby. That could be a problem. We'll have to see how things play out, especially since we're fencing off a large area. Oh, wait. We have 2 potato plants, don't we? That's not good. Actually, we have 3 that I didn't set, so... Did I set? Oh, okay. Potato, cotton, heel root. So we have these 2 down here, so we wasted a little bit of time. Oh, what do we want? Oh, that was supposed to be wheat, wasn't it? That's what I was forgetting. Oh, no, that was wheat. So what is this supposed to be? This was just a bonus one, wasn't it? Could always go for some smoke leaf or something to have some industry going. But yeah, I'm going to save that for year 2, I think. So let's just do the snow beets. Yeah, the snow beet. Oh, it's kind of a waste to put it on good soil. That low sensitivity. I'm a little torn on what to put. Can always put bamboo and have you know, our resources in the area already, or just let's keep it with potato for now and have extra potatoes. I mean, more than there's never been such a thing as too many potatoes, right? Oh, unless you hate potatoes. We have ducks. We'll change this eventually, but... Okay, we have our fence finishing off. Your uncle eating mushrooms. Sorry, it's not that type of mushroom. It's like we're gonna have a turkey in the base. Okay. Our initial fencing, it looks like it's pretty much done. This wood is going to be enough to finish it off. Like I said, this is cheap, just containment. And looks like our growers are pretty much done as well. We have level 6. Oh, and level 8, so we already have our heel root. So prioritize doing that. And Spaceman is nearly done putting up the fence. Just a couple bits here and there, and he's done. Oh crap, we trapped the wolf though. Gonna have to deal with that. Okay, what I'm gonna also do is expand animal area 1. And we're going to bar our animal, particularly since, it can't haul from these areas. Because just checking, Yeah, vegetables, raw meat, corpses, seeds. It's an omnivore, essentially. The fact that it eats liquor is, just sad, though. So, invert that. Actually, we need to expand it out a little bit further. To there, 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 and there. Okay. Oh, we do defenses, but we technically already have some. Animal Area 1. And I'm going to go trigger the, discovery of this ancient danger as soon as the packaged survival meal is eaten. We're going to bring you down here. Particularly since, that's the ancient danger. So we'll mark that off as red. An extra planning mod. We'll just mark it off as a big red blob. Do not go there. And we are getting our last planning done. We're going to have to deal with that wolf, though. Oh, and a turkey sneaks through. Fuck. Oh, but the wolf leaves. A chipmunk. Okay, we don't have... What do we have in here? Okay, I'm only seeing our pet. Oh, there's a turkey. Okay. So what we'll do and production butchering spot. Not ideal, but and have this butcher forever. Let them finish up that. And they are. And finish off. So now our cook should... Yep. And I want to add a bill. Let's just do... I can't do just grill steaks and do forever, at least for now. This won't be a permanent thing, but it'll at least grill the turkey. And we have visitors. We have the hospitality mod, so let's see, you... Oh, you must be really good. Oh, and you are. Well, kinda. You're not trading, though, and I'm not terribly worried about you. I'm basically letting people catch up on hauling and doing that sort of thing. Because that needs to be done. And it is actually time to wrap things up, but we haven't had the name go off yet. It should go off before too long, though. We'll go until morning, and if it doesn't go off in the morning, what I'll do is I'll go into dev mode, and I'll force the naming so we have it in the first episode. And that's one of the few times I actually use dev mode, because sometimes the game has a bug going on, and it's in the base game. It's not with a mod, at least as far as I can tell. There's been people complaining about it with the base game, where sometimes the naming event, the naming the faction in town just doesn't fire for whatever reason. Possibly just because the game doesn't have any set events anymore outside of the AI ship. So, there's the autosave. Oh, there we go. So I was right. But it doesn't have any set events anymore, so we don't have the Mad Animal, then Wanderer join, then raid with one guy with a club. So that is no longer a thing, which means that we may be a while before we get someone. Who knows? So I want to keep our faction name from last time, because I really like the Victims of Circumstance. And since we're going to be here a while, this is going to be Bitter End. Yo, a nice, hopeful name for a colony. Don't you think so? So, the Victims of Circumstance in the town of Bitter End. That sounds good to me. And I think it's time to wrap things up. So, as always, constructive feedback is greatly appreciated, either in the comments below, or if you don't have anything to say but want to know that you've enjoyed or hear this, hit the appropriate buttons and subscribe if you wish to see more of Rimworld, Bitter End, or my other content. As always, thank you for watching, and as people kind of doze and, was dozing, but now grabbing some grilled steak and about to start their day. Do you really not have anything to haul? Yeah, we'll do some deconstruction then. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more of Rimworld Bitter End next time. I'll see you then.